Your cat doesn't love you the way you think they do. They don't love you the way a dog does, or the way another human would. No, it's deeper than that, stranger than that, and honestly, a little eerie once you understand what's actually happening inside their brain. Scientists have discovered that cats form what can only be described as a scent bond with their chosen humans, a biological attachment so powerful that your smell alone can lower your cat's heart rate, reduce their cortisol levels, and trigger the same neural pathways activated during nursing as a kitten. You are, quite literally, their emotional anchor. But here's what nobody talks about. Most cat owners never even notice the signs. They're subtle, they're quiet, and they're happening right now, possibly as you watch this. So today, we're going inside the hidden world of feline scent behavior, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. Let's start with the one behavior that almost every cat owner has witnessed, but almost nobody understands. Sign number 1. The slow blink isn't just affection, it's a scent ritual. Most people think the slow blink is just a cat saying, "I trust you." And they're right, partially. But researchers studying feline communication have found something far more fascinating buried inside that gesture. When your cat slow blinks at you, they are often doing it in response to your scent, not just your presence. In controlled studies where cats were exposed to a familiar human scent through clothing, cats displayed significantly more slow blinking behavior, even when the human wasn't in the room. Think about that. Your smell alone, your hoodie on the couch, your pillow, your unwashed gym shirt, can trigger the same emotional state your cat enters when you're physically there. You are a scent memory, a living, breathing comfort object stored somewhere deep in their limbic system. So the next time your cat slow blinks at you from across the room, they might not even be seeing you clearly. They might be smelling you. And if you think that's strange, wait until you hear what they do while you sleep. Sign number 2, sleeping on your side of the bed. Imagine this. You wake up at 3 a.m., groggy and disoriented. You reach for your phone, and there it is, your cat, curled up in the exact spot where you were just sleeping. Not beside you, in your spot, on your pillow, pressed into the warmth you left behind. This is not random. Your body leaves behind a cocktail of chemical signals every time you sleep: skin cells, oils, pheromones, and the unique microbial signature that makes your scent distinctly yours. Your cat isn't just seeking warmth. They are actively seeking you, the chemical version of you, and immersing themselves in it. Behaviorists call this scent-seeking behavior, and it's one of the clearest indicators that a cat has identified your scent as a primary source of safety. Cats are crepuscular by nature, most active at dawn and dusk, which means those quiet night hours are when they're most emotionally aware. The fact that they choose your scent during those vulnerable hours tells you everything about how they rank you in their world. But here's the twist. This behavior actually intensifies when you've been away. Your cat isn't just comfortable in your scent, they're dependent on it. And the next sign on this list proves just how deep that dependency goes. Sign number 3, rubbing their face on your belongings. You've seen it 100 times. Your cat walks past your gym bag and casually rubs the side of their face against it. Or they headbutt your laptop, your coffee mug, the corner of your book. Cute? Absolutely. But what they're actually doing is extraordinary. Cats have scent glands embedded in their cheeks, chin, and forehead, called temporal glands. When they rub these against an object, they're not just marking it as theirs, they're merging scents. They're blending their chemical signature with yours to create a shared olfactory identity, what ethologists call a group scent. In multi-cat households and in wild cat colonies, this is how individuals signal belonging. How they say, "This is part of our world." When your cat does this to your belongings, they are including you, and everything that smells like you, into their inner circle. The objects that carry your scent become emotionally significant to them, comforting, safe, almost sacred in a way. One cat owner reported that after a move to a new apartment, her cat refused to explore any of the new rooms until she placed her worn t-shirt in the center of the living room. Within 20 minutes, the cat was rubbing against every piece of furniture. Your scent, quite literally, made a strange place feel like home. And if rubbing their face on your things isn't enough, Some cats take it one step further. The next sign? It involves your body directly. Sign number 4. Kneading specifically on you, not just anywhere. Kneading, that rhythmic pushing motion cats make with their paws, is one of the most primal behaviors a cat can display. It begins in kittenhood, used to stimulate milk flow from the mother. It's deeply hardwired. And when your adult cat chooses to knead on you, that's not just comfort-seeking, that's regression, in the best possible way. When cats knead on a specific person, they are recreating the emotional state of nursing, a state defined by total safety, warmth, and the overwhelming presence of a single, irreplaceable scent. You have become, neurologically speaking, a surrogate mother figure. Not because of what you look like or what you do, but because of what you smell like. Here's what makes this even more fascinating. Cats are highly selective about where and on whom they knead. Studies on domestic cat behavior show that cats will knead on soft bedding, but they will preferentially knead on humans whose scent they have bonded to, even over softer, warmer surfaces. The scent matters more than the texture, more than the temperature, more than comfort in the purely physical sense. If your cat kneads on you, you're not just a warm body, you're home. But the next sign? It happens before you even walk through the door. Sign number 5. Waiting by the door before you arrive. Imagine this. Your partner gets home before you and notices the cat sitting at the front door, alert, tail slightly raised, watching. But you're still 10 minutes away. You haven't texted. There was no sound of your car. So how did they know? Multiple studies, including a famous experiment by researcher Rupert Sheldrake, documented cats appearing at doors and windows up to 10 to 15 minutes before their owner's arrival, with no conventional sensory cues to explain it. While the science on the mechanism is still debated, one leading theory involves olfactory anticipation. Your scent, carried by air currents, detectable on nearby surfaces, leaves a kind of chemical timeline in your environment. Your cat may literally be smelling time, detecting the fading trail of your morning departure and sensing when the trail is about to refresh. Your return isn't just an event to them, it's a chemical event, an olfactory arrival that their body begins preparing for. And what happens the moment you walk in? Watch carefully, because the next sign reveals what they're actually doing when they greet you, and it's not what most people think. Sign number 6. Nose touching your skin, especially after you've been somewhere new. You come home from a friend's house, or a long day at work, or a weekend trip. Your cat runs up to you, and instead of immediately asking for food or attention, they press their nose directly to your skin, your hand, your ankle, sometimes even your face. They're reading you. Cats have an olfactory system roughly 14 times more powerful than a human's, with up to 200 million scent receptors compared to our 5 million. When they press their nose to your skin after you've been out in the world, they are conducting a full chemical debrief. Who did you touch? What animals were nearby? What environments did you pass through? Did anything threaten you? Are you still you? This behavior, called nose touching or bunting, is especially pronounced in cats who have formed a deep scent bond. They're not just curious, they're confirming your identity, reassuring themselves that underneath all those new smells, you are still theirs. One veterinary behaviorist described it beautifully. The cat is essentially checking whether the person they love is still inside all those foreign scents. That image, your cat searching for you under layers of the outside world, is quietly one of the most profound things an animal can do.